Virgo, this is your April 2016 reading. It is your love and relationship as well as general forecast. We're going to start with love and relationships, but first up a little bit of promotional work on my part. I'm going to be giving away 5 free readings. I don't give away readings easily because they are an enormous amount of work. The average reading takes me between 2.5 to 3, sometimes 4 hours to prepare for a person, so you can well imagine I don't give them away easily. What you have to do to win one of these 5 readings is you need to go and read the excerpt from my romance novel. Many of you will have seen me trying to promote it. It's called Mismatch Made in Heaven. The link to the novel will appear on the screen now, but I will also put the information in the description box below this video. Once you've read the excerpt from there, you need to answer a question, and then you can nominate the book for publication if you like. You do not necessarily have to nominate the book, but you do need to read the excerpt. The question is, what does Brandy agree to do with tennis that under normal circumstances she would not even consider doing? What is it she agrees to do? Now, once you've read that and you found the answer to the question, then have a look underneath this video again in the description box. There's a link to the Oracle Times Facebook page. On the Facebook page, you will see right next to the little owl, there's a set of tabs. In that tabs, it says giveaway. I think it's the 4th tab to your right, next to the little owl, right at the top there. Then just click on that box in the post that comes up and it'll lead you through the steps. All the details are in there, so I won't speak about it more. Go and have a look and it will select 5 people randomly at the end of this competition as such to be given a free reading. Right, now let's move on to your love and partnership reading. The first card that comes up in your love and partnership reading says, love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. This card says the more you love who you are, the greater your capacity to love others is. Relationships are complex, to put it mildly, but it has a lot to do with how much you love yourself. That is how you're going to treat your partner to a very large extent. It is also will greatly influence the type of person you attract into your life. So Virgo, this month, this is something that the universe is wanting you to deal with, is how you feel about yourself. The next thing this card says is you need to take responsibility for attracting and agreeing to every relationship you've had. That's a biggie. My moon is in Virgo and I've got so many planets in Virgo. I'm more Virgo than I am Libra, I think. So I have to listen to this message as well. And by the way, I listen to my own video recordings. I listen to them 2 or 3 times a month, the ones that are applicable, because you definitely do hear things at certain times that you need to hear. So you need to look at what part you played in the way your relationships are evolving and have evolved. If you're in a relationship at the moment, have a look at the part you played, the type of person you attracted, how you relate to them, the dynamics of the partnership. What is the part you played in it? This is never about a blame game. This is about the fact that you are not a victim. When you take responsibility for your part in it, that means you can change it. That is the key to this searching. It says, heal your heart by blessing the lessons you've learned from each love affair. They have taught you something. And if one is prepared to be open and accepting of this, they are wonderful lessons. They're wonderful lessons about ourselves and what we believe about ourselves, specifically that. So that's both for those who are in relationships and partnerships at the moment and those that are looking for new partnerships and relationships. This is something the universe is really wanting you to take a look at. The next card that comes up says romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. This card says, for those of you that are now looking for a new relationship, you are actually now in that point where you feel like a new relationship. You're ready for one. And if you have feelings for someone already, take the chance and explore it. See where it'll take you. Keeping that first card in mind if you do go ahead with this. The third card is for all of you. You in permanent relationships, in new relationships, old relationships, those of you seeking relationships. This says you do deserve love. You are lovable. You are deserving of love. Say this to yourself several times a day. I am lovable. I deserve love. It's amazing what it can do. As simple and possibly as silly as it can sound when you're saying it to yourself, it really does do wonders. It honestly does. So give it a go. Because it says you have the right to be treated with kindness and love. Everybody does. So remember that. Now the guidance for your love and partnerships, the first card that comes up says it's time to broaden your horizons, expand your vista, be a bit more adventurous. This comes up in your reading a few times actually, in your general reading too. That being a little bit more playful, expanding, pushing your boundaries a little in a fun way. But this is talking about you might be a little bit too set in your ways at the moment, Virgo. You may have to push a little at what you accept as this is how I do things. Take a look at why. Why do you do things that way? And why are we sticking to doing things that way? Have a look at that. Because the next card is the Whip, and that speaks about needing to do a little bit of shaping, a little bit of sculpting of what we're doing in our partnerships and relationships. We need to take a bit of a look at what's happening here, and we need to possibly make a few changes to the way we relate, to our buttons that get pushed, to our hardwired manner of doing things with other people. There's something there that needs addressing. The final card speaks of you are now moving out of that storm phase. The sun is breaking through the clouds. I haven't actually noticed it before, and I've used this card so often, but there's lightning striking that tree where the rain is. And I think the fact that I haven't noticed it before is probably what's more pertinent here, is you guys have been struck by lightning, metaphorically speaking. This is probably something to do with that last eclipse of March. Something, a bolt out of the blue. But whatever it caused, whatever it did, you are now moving out of that. So the after effects, although it could have felt very jarring at the time, won't be as long-lasting as you were thinking they were going to be. It will be shorter than that. You will move through this quicker than what you think. Right, now we move on to your general forecast. And this month for the general forecast, because last month you had those two eclipses, and I did that how to get out of stuck in a rut. You now supposedly have gotten out of your rut. And this reading is, well, where do you go to from here? The first card explains, right now, where did you land? And this one speaks about messages. A message in a bottle, this card is called. And it says that you received some form of communication, an indication, or something that pointed you to the right direction or on the right track. Some of you received red flags. Did you take note? If you didn't take note, you're going to be experiencing that. But there was definitely pointers for all of you. There was an indication of this is the road that you should consider traveling. So you're now sitting at that point where you've been given the indication or the red flag, the warning as is to say, right, this is maybe not the way you should be going. And the next card says, right, so what's your challenge now? And this is the Magician card. And the Magician card says you may not be feeling ready to take that route that's now being pointed out to you. Or if you've been told you're now not on the right route, you need to look at something else, you're not ready to change direction. It says stop procrastinating. You've been given the guidance, you've been given the pointers, you now need to set off in that direction. If you don't, well, there are possibly going to be repercussions and you're possibly going to miss the boat as well. Now the next card says the way around this challenge, or how to overcome this challenge. This was kind of an interesting card for here. The readings for this month, including the weeklies, have cards in interesting places that I wouldn't normally consider that would crop up there. So I'm quite enjoying these readings. This one says, there's a certain element of self-absorption. We all have self-absorption. It's not unhealthy. Well, it can be to an unhealthy extent, but I think here it's speaking more about the fact that when one is focused entirely on yourself and what you're doing and where you need to go and what you need to have in your life, you sometimes exclude the external, the perimeter, and you're not seeing signs and signals from other people and your surroundings that are desperately trying to show you the way. So the way to overcome this challenge of not feeling ready to move or to change direction is to look outward. Look beyond your inner core and feelings just for a moment, to take note of what's happening around you, because they're indicators, there's pointers to where you should be going and what you should be doing. Then the next card that comes up is, okay, right, so then what do you do next? This is the Queen of Swords. And she says, take a look at your standards. Are they a bit too high? Are you demanding of others what they can't possibly be delivering to you? That's something to definitely take a look at. And then maybe what to do here is, if you're demanding of people what they can't deliver, perhaps you need to change the people you're asking or requesting whatever it is from. Or you need to just back up a little and take a look at what you're asking and demanding and think, whoa, wait a minute, maybe this is a little bit unrealistic and I need to just tailor it a little to suit the people around me. It says be realistic, make your requests to different people if need be. Okay, so be realistic about what it is you want and need. Now the outcome card, here comes another card popping up. Well, this is not what I would have expected. This is the play card, such a gorgeous card. And this says that you basically need to work hard but play even harder. It's high time you enjoyed some playtime. Relax, have fun, and then you will find renewed energy and perspective. So that's what that's mostly about, I'm thinking. It says, don't take life so seriously. Recognize it as a game and you are a player. Play the game accordingly. Play hard, but don't take yourself so seriously. So that card just above the line that speaks about a little bit too much introspection and too much self-involvement is probably what that's about. Just taking ourselves just a little bit too seriously. We need to lighten up a bit, play a bit, have a bit of fun. Just consider yourself a character in this game. Still have the end goal, still want to win if you want to, but it's a game. So play hard, play even harder, it says. Now your guidance for your general reading says stillness. It says don't partake in the hurry up syndrome. So even though you need to play hard and work hard and make that change of direction you're not so keen on, don't do it in a hurry. There's no hurry. Find a quiet, still place out of the humdrum and the input, the endless input we have every day in our lives that honestly I'm not surprised we don't all short circuit by the end of the day. Take time out, preferably in nature, a nice quiet place, and just sing to yourself. Just be quiet and listen to the guidance that is coming your way. The next card is that of vigilance, and I think this applies both to yourself and to the people around you. Watch yourself. Watch yourself that you're not taking yourself too seriously, that you're not watching the indicators and the red flags around you. And watch the people around you that when you're demanding too much of them, you will get signals back from them. Pay attention to that. The final card is that of the lotus flower or unfoldment. And this says your soul is busy evolving. It's pushing and squeezing itself out of the boundary that it's in at the moment to evolve to the next level. And one is not always consciously aware of this. It says don't force this growth. Just go with it. It says you will naturally follow that light. Don't resist it. Go with it. It's necessary. It's going to be happening now. Now your soul path, the first card that comes up is the card of the raven. And the raven says, grab your chance when it appears. Ground your ideas. Don't dissipate your energy. Give form and substance to your dreams. You are a magician. So this is coming up twice. The magician. The magician is basically, you can take all the things that you've got, all the little bits and pieces you've got, and you can create something out of it. That's supposedly magic. So that is what this card is telling you to do. You may be thinking too much, stressing too much, being a little bit too resistant to whatever's happening, when in fact you can create something quite wonderful, quite magical down the road. So make use of that opportunity, grab it, it's being offered to you. The next card that comes up is the card of Dawn. And you've had the card of the Storm as well, and these two are quite similar. So this is when there has been like a, shall we say, icky bit of an experience in the recent past. But now the sun is just breaking through in the very, very early hours of the morning. And this says, let go of any self-imposed restraints and ready yourself to use the potential of a new day. So once again, it speaks about using that potential. The final card is the card of compassion. This is also very suitable because that paying attention to the people around you and perhaps demanding too much of them, because you yourself have very high standards. Virgos do. They really know how they want things to be on all levels. So that can end up seeming to other people just a little bit demanding. And this card says, by widening your circle of compassion for all nature's creatures, your spirit will soar. This card specifically talks about lending a helping hand to people or a comforting hand to people, but not just if people are feeling down and out and things aren't going well, patting them on the shoulder and saying, oh, that's terrible, but genuinely doing something for them, even out of the blue for somebody. It takes you out of your own space for a bit, and it creates good karma, which we can all do with. So take that advice and do that. Do something really nice and good for people and animals this month, people and animals. Okay? So that is your forecast for April of 2016, Virgo. Don't forget to go and read that excerpt, answer the question, and see if you're one of the 5 winners at the end of the competition. I think I said the 22nd of April was the last day. Right, I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching and listening.
From this tailspin, I'm beginning to wonder if we choose to be. And I don't care if it's cold outside, 'cause it's beautiful